Hello crafty friends, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be me showing y'all what I am going to be using for the upcoming collaboration that myself and Esther from the Trucking Scribe are hosting. It is the God's Beauty and Sunflower collaboration. So it is a sunflower based collaboration, but there is also a Bible study add-on that you can use it, or you don't have to use it. That's the choice is up to you. The kits for the collaboration are already up in our shops, so I will link my shop should be linked in the bio. I will go back and make sure. But I'll definitely link Esther's shop down in the this video description. And if mine's not linked, then I will add the link to mine as well. So this is just all the bits and bobs that I'm going to be using. I've already done the base for my cover, and it is a mini album, and I have it upside down. And I've added this little brad with the ring on it, and I'm going to either do dangles or a tassel, or maybe even a tassel with dangles. I'm not quite sure yet, but this is going to be my cover, and it is a lay flat mini album. I've already added, you're getting a sneak peek of some of the papers that are going to be in the mini album, and this is you're also getting a sneak peek at one of the background pages that's in my kit, because it's the same clip art, but we each made a kit that accompanies each other. So, and you'll be getting, if you decide to follow along with if you decide to purchase the kits and follow along with the collaboration, well I will also be doing weekly freebies to go with both the kits as well. So, but that's my cover, and I'm going to be adding this is just Elizabeth Holden book page, and I chose the August one. I'm going to show y'all how I've already got one made, but I'm going to make a second envelope, and I'm going to show y'all how to do that with one of the book pages, and that's going to be used to hold any of the extra fussy cuts or ephemera or smaller paper scraps once I'm done making the mini album. And then I also have just some coffee dyed paper that I made, and on some of the pages I just stenciled. These are pretty much the colors that are in the kit. So you have the purple, blue, green, yellow, and teal, or like this sky blue. So I've got a darker page right here. One side's darker, one side's lighter. You'll see as the collaboration progresses how I use this in the mini album. I also have, this is just a digital I had. It's a dictionary digital. I use this in the album. I'm going to be using this in the album as well. And then I came in and I pulled just like index cards to use for like photo mats that you can journal in the back of. Now this mini album, I am going to be using it as an idea journal. So there are 10 participants for this collaboration, including myself and Esther, and each week we are going to be doing a page that you can add to the signature of a journal, or the page for a mini album, whichever one they choose, and one piece of ephemera. Now, I've told the ladies that are participating in the collaboration, me and Esther both have, that you can just do both of them in the same video, like the page and the piece of ephemera, or you can split them up in 2 separate videos, but there's going to be over 50 videos for this collaboration, guys. So then you're going to get plenty of inspiration and everything. So, but I'm also going to be using some CD envelopes. This is just a piece of Italian book page. I'm going to be using bags, glassine bags as well. These are the really tall ones, and I've got a project I've got in mind for those. Envelopes. You can use them with windows or without windows. Here are the larger index cards, same thing. I'm going to be turning these for like the front's going to be like photo mats, and the back you can journal on. This is just some packaging that one of my stamp sets came in. I'm thinking about doing a shaker card, but I'm not quite sure. I mean, I've already used this one for a previous shaker card, so. And book pages. So that's the extra add-ons. Now, for this mini album, I've had this set of ribbon for a while now. It doesn't come like this. It comes bundled up like you see the light purple here. But just this card right here of ribbon. It comes from Plum Boutique, and it is her, if you can see that, Birds and Bees collection. Now, I'm not sure if this collection is still available. You'll have to go on. She's on Etsy. It's Plum Boutique, and it's spelled like you would bow, like a hair bow. So, but that's part of it as well. It's this gorgeous variegated. It goes from like these blues and greens and yellows. I love this ribbon. And then you got this smaller light purple color with lavender on it. And then these are the ones that come in this collection. So you've got the light purples, you've got gingham, you've got the blues, and then the crocheted lace, and then you've got some ticking, I think that's what it's called. Like the smaller stripe, I think that's called, they call it ticking. And you got more of the plaid, the gingham. And then this is a gorgeous script ribbon. There's some more of that crocheted lace. And then this one has bees on it. Now, I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to use this one or not, because there is some bees in the kit. If I do use it, I will probably, as you can see, you've got this like gray here on my camera. It's coming up blue, but it's gray. And then you got this pretty like sunflower yellow. If I use any of them, it's going to be the sunflower yellow, and I will cut them out. I've got some pinking shears. I can cut it out to maybe make it look like a faux postage stamp and doctor it up a little bit. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do that or not. So, but these 3 ribbons all come in that Birds and Bees collection, and it's from Plum Boutique. Now, these are from my personal collection. These are the pretty pastels. I wanted to bring in some more of the deeper, richer colors that are in the kit. So you've got this gorgeous purple and yellow floral trim. I've got the darker purple gingham, some rickrack, darker green gingham. I've got this pretty narrow yellow ribbon, that gorgeous honey colored ribbon, sunflower ribbon, and this is just like a lace trim that I got. And well, it's actually like a lace curtain that's been cut into strips. I got this in some Happy Mail a long time ago. So, but that is the ribbons and trims that I'm going to be using. Also, I've got some butcher's twine that I took one of my Tim Holtz Distress inks and I dyed it to this pretty sky blue. We're going to be using some of that in there as well. So let me put all of this back in the bag. Now I've got this gorgeous purple tulle that I may use. I'm not quite sure yet whether or not I'm going to use it or not. So, but I pulled it just in case. And over here, this is just stuff. Now these right here, I'm jumping ahead. These are faux washi that I made using alcohol inks and like the full sheet clear labels, shipping labels, like the clear ones. So I pulled some of these out of my stash. I'm going to be using some of those. And this I in Happy Mail a while back. Turn it this way so you can see it better. It's gonna be sideways, but it's this gorgeous tag. And now when I go to add it to the, let me pull this over to the side. Ooh. And lay this down so that you can see it better. When I go to add it to the journal, it is going to come up, this part's going to come up over the top, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind having a little something dangling, you know what I'm saying? Or I mean, I can even do it like that, but that would interfere with my closure. So I think like this would be better in a pocket and have just that dangling over the top. So I'm going to use that. And then from more of my Happy Mail stash, I just pulled out a few more bits and bobs. These. Now, I pulled this one simply because of the color of it. Now, I think this is supposed to be like a tulip or something, but the gold and the yellow, that's what I was going for. And I was thinking that this would be pretty on like when I'm going to be doing magnetic closures. This would be pretty to like put, now the magnet will be up under the paper, but set this on top to have like a decorative element. I need to put my glasses on. I was sitting here wondering why everything was so fuzzy. I'm like, why is my eyes going bad? What's going on? I didn't have my glasses on, guys. Oh lordy. And then I pulled this gorgeous little sunflower button. Now I'm going to clip that little piece off and use this maybe on another one of the magnets. And then I've got a couple of gold bulb pins here, and let me put my, let me grab my mat real quick, guys, because I know y'all are getting blinded. What did I do with it? I know that y'all are probably getting blinded if I can find my mat. There it is. I know y'all are probably getting blinded by my light. Okay. There. Now you're not going to get, now you won't be so blinded by the light. Now let me move this off to the side a little bit. But let me go ahead and just add these back to the box. Sorry, I hit the camera. And then I've also got these stamp sets, and I'm trying not to blind you, but I thought these are gorgeous to add to this. I'm going to stamp here and there, and then maybe with the bird. I'm not quite sure yet, but that's my plan. I keep hitting, let me move my box back over because I keep hitting the camera. Sorry, guys. Now, this is my box of goodies. Let me turn it this way so that it'll be easier for me. There we go. And get you back in frame. But yeah, this is my box of goodies. And for this collaboration, I basically went through and just pretty much shopped my stash. Because we are in a studio apartment, I don't really have room to purchase anything else. So with the journaling supplies that I have here, I have more than enough. Now I have had to buy a couple of things, not too many things, about 4 or 5 things. They haven't gotten here yet, but I've had to buy a couple of things for this collaboration. Now I am going to be using these gold jump rings, and I love the fact that these come in, this pack comes in different sizes. Let me flip it over here. So you've got them from very small to very big. So I'm going to be using those. And I have an assortment of washi tapes here. So now, this one I haven't even opened yet. As you can see, it's still in the wrapper, but it's got these sunflowers right here. Yes, there's mushrooms, but... Or is that sunflowers? No, that's actually mushrooms. I thought it was sunflowers. Whoopsie, guys. Okay, well, scratch that. That will not be used. But these are sunflowers. So, and I love, because if you see, when I pull it out, you can see the individual sunflowers, and I love that. So I'm going to be using that. I've also got this pretty purple one with sunflowers on it. This one is a simply gilded one. It is just a skinny one with gold foil on it, and then I've got the blue stripe, and then I've got a white one with gold stripe there. And then I've got these postage stamps, and if I go through the roll, I've used a good bit of these, but if I go through the roll, I can use that pretty purple one, and then I've got this sunflower one right there. So, and I can use quite a few of these. Like I could probably use that one, even that one. So, but I was mostly going after the sunflower ones. I still have a few sunflower ones left on this roll. Not a lot, because I have used a majority of them, because sunflowers are my favorite flower. So let me just... Sunflowers and lavender. That's pretty much basically what the kit's based off of. Now in here, I am going to do die cuts, but in here, you see all those little bitty bits and pieces? I'm thinking about making a shaker card using the bits and pieces, because I don't have any sequins or seed beads. So, but the little cut-offs from like the die cuts, they'll be small tiny ones, are perfect for adding to a shaker card. Oh, and I forgot, I've got this. This is another simply gilded one. It is yellow with white bows. And then I've got this pretty flower trim. Now, I've already started making some stuff ahead of time, and I don't have it here. It's on something else that I've already used it for. But I'm going to take 2 of these and color the petals in, on both of them, the petals in yellow with my, I'm using, for this collaboration, I will be using, let me pull these out. I will be using these distress inks, well, distress oxides. I have wilted violet, scattered straw, stormy sky, bundled sage, and I had to pull out my drawer and find it, and tumbled glass. So I'm going to be using these four for the collaboration. But for this trim right here, I took the scattered straw one and I colored the petals of it with the scattered straw, and then in the centers right there I took my vintage photo, and just on one of them I colored the center in, and then I layered them. Let me see if I can show you on like this. So I layered them up like this to where I'd probably be better off doing it on this end. But I took the two that I had colored, say these are the two that I had colored, and I layered them up to where they were overlapping like that, and it makes a gorgeous sunflower. So that's what I'm going to be doing with the rest of this. And then I'm also going to be using these. These are ribbon crimps is what I think they're called, but I'm going to be using the gold ones because I'm in the kit. You see that it looks like a little crimp, but in the kit on one of the sheets I added little small tiles, and I'm going to show y'all how to do when you cut them and you back them and you layer them up, and it makes a pretty dangle. So that's what I'm going to be using, showing y'all how to do that. Now I have came in, whoops, that goes separately. That goes for a project that I'm going to show y'all how to do later on in the video and later on in the collaboration. I have taken and went into my stash and pulled out my little sticky back gems, and these are going to, I've got these, I've got some blue ones, purple ones, yellow ones. So I'm going to be using these as well. And then I've also taken and I have stamped. I've got a bunch of like, I've used my Tim Holtz stamps, and I've just stamped out a bunch of words and floral designs, stuff like that. I've got a bunch of, these are all just like scraps from when I use book pages and stuff like that in my journals and in the mini albums. So I saved the little bitty pieces that don't have any writing, like see how it's blank on the back here, and I've gone in and I've used it and I've stamped on them. So, but that's the second little cubby that's full of goodies. Let me add all these little goodies back to it. Oh, I'm going to get to this, what's in here, in a minute, because that goes with the third compartment. Whoops. If I can stack all these back up correctly to where everybody's going to fit. Maybe, maybe not. Lordy, lordy, lordy. So I'm just going to set you back to the side, and I will add my ink pads in here and my washi right there. It'll work, guys. Now, in this third little compartment, I done bent my little thing all out, but in this third little compartment, it is full of die cuts. I've even taken my doily die cut and did this. Now you see on the doily die cut how you've got all those little cutouts, and you notice on here I haven't gotten all those loose pieces of paper out. Those little pieces are what's in here. So all the little cutouts, even from these, you see how some of them still need to be punched out, but all the little lacy center bits, that's what's in that little pouchy thing. So I've got some doilies. I've got some, I even went through my scraps and pulled out some of those. I've got little lacy doily bits here. Like I said, these are scraps from a previous project. And then I've got die cuts of all sizes, all different colors. So I've got like the light purples, the light greens, the dark greens, darker purples, some of the darker yellows. I've even got some, pull it out if I can get it to come out, some of the lighter yellows. Now I will be going back in, and I've got to go back in and organize this, guys, because it's a tangled mess. But I also went in and die cut out some butterflies as well. So all kinds of goodies. But yeah, I've got to go back in and organize these and get these punched out and get it a little bit better organized. So those are those die cuts. And then last but not least, they are these die cuts. I've got a sunflower die cut that I went in and I die cut one out in yellow and then one out in brown. And on the brown one, I just cut out the center to add to these. And then these little flowers right here are, I've got a die cut that's similar to this. I've used it, but it's buried down in the bottom. And I cut it out in the darker green. Whoops. And then in the centers, you notice how they're glossy. I used the last of my glossy accents. It was working fine that day, and then a week later when I went to go use it, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday, it just had solidified in the bottle. I don't know, maybe if I had left I didn't put the lid on tight, the cap back on tight enough, but those are the sunflowers. And then in this little cuppy thing here, let me get my tweezers out because I don't want to dump the entire cup. In here I have got these little tags. Now you saw me use this on, if you watched the, I'm also participating in the Crafty Christmas in July. If you watched the video for that, I cut some of these out in the papers for that as well, the cardstock that I'm using for that, and that's what they look like. I also have these hole reinforcers, and let's see what else is in here. And then also these are the little centerpieces that came out of the hole reinforcers. Let me pull that back over. These are the little centerpieces that came out of the hole reinforcers, and I'm going to add these to this little pouch of confetti when I go to make the shaker card. So I've got those in, see, I've got them in different colors of purple. I got these in the lighter green. I've also got them in yellow. I've got them in that pretty sky blue. All of these are in the colors that I'm using. I'm using a dark purple, a medium purple, a light purple, the sky blue, yellow, a darker green, and then that lighter green. Those are what all the die cuts, the colors of the die cuts. And there's even, I don't think I have any of the lighter yellow in here. I think I ran out because most of it got used on these, and yeah, these, because I didn't have a lot of this color yellow. Mostly I have this the darker sunflower yellow. So, but put those back in there along with these, and that goes back in there, and then we'll set that right there. But that is everything that I'm using, guys. I did use paper from a cardstock pack that I had. It was a paper pad, that I just had pieces of it left over. Now granted, it's a baby themed, so as in the videos you'll see some of the interactive elements and base pages they have safety pins on the back of them, like the a safety pin pattern. That is because, like I said, it's from a baby paper pad, so, and it's cardstock. But the colors worked wonderfully with this kit, and I used just there's only two main papers that I used for the base, for my base pages, and then some of the interactive elements have the different colored cardstocks that are like the colors in here. Some of the interactive elements have those cardstock bases for them, and I did that because I didn't want it to I wanted to add just a little pop to it. You know, I wanted certain things to stand out a little bit more. So, but minus the first page of the mini journal. Yeah, minus the first page of the mini journal. I mean, of the mini album. Because it's a four page one. I think it's a, well, all I gotta do is open my thing. Yeah, it's a 4-page mini album. And minus the first page, because me not thinking, I went on ahead and started, last night I went on ahead and started putting the interactive elements down onto the page, and at least one element per page is my ephemera contribution for the collaboration. So yeah, not thinking. It's okay though. I'll walk everybody through that first page to show you how it was done. But anyway, I'm rambling. But that is it, guys. I just wanted to pop on here and give y'all a little peekapoo at what I'm adding to what I'm going to be doing, and the little bitty bits and bobs that I'm going to be adding. So, but yeah, go over to Plum Boutique if you like that ribbon and lace bundle. Go over to her shop, and like I said, I don't know if she still has it available, but you can check. And if not, then I know she does have a lot of like separates. Like she has bunches of the ticking, of the gingham, the crocheted lace, all kinds of gorgeous guys lace and stuff. So, but yeah, that is everything, guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, crafty friends.